So I'm getting a lot of questions about ethically sourcing material, fair trade, things like that. It's coming up more and more and more as we go. And recently I made a video about it on the Instagram page because I'm getting asked so much about it. It's becoming a very, very relevant thing for most of the crystal industry. Most people are very aware of things being done the right way and want their material to come from the right place. I mean, especially people who are into the energy properties of the stones, it doesn't make a lot of sense that you're looking for high vibration stones or healing crystals or things that are going to bring you good fortune, yet the way that they got to you was very unpleasant. There was a lot of things that were done that are not so good. Shady manufacturing, meaning, you know, children or old people or desperate people, which is also another relevant thing. You have a lot of people who have single mothers, let's just say, God forbid, got 5 kids, no way to work, no way to get a job, and they wind up working in these manufacturing plants for like $1, $2 an hour. And I think it's just really important that you ask yourself, do you know this for a fact? And I think a lot of people, a lot of dealers especially, are going to tell you that they're ethically sourcing. Yeah, don't worry about it, it's all good. Yet at the end of the day, you know, you can't really take someone's word on it. You shouldn't take my word on it, quite honestly. I mean, most people do, because I think that they genuinely understand that, like, it's my mission statement. But you shouldn't take someone's word on it. Just don't, oh yeah, we're ethically sourced. Oh, great. And then you're going to go and tell your clients that, and now we're passing down this, this disinformation. So there's a couple of things that you need to check. You know, where did it come from? Who mined it? A lot of wholesalers. The industry is growing so much. There's hundreds of wholesalers now. There's tens of thousands of retailers. It's super important that you at least have a real conversation with your suppliers and figure out if it really is, because you can't go and tell people that it's ethically sourced or fair trade if it isn't. And there's a big difference between ethical sourcing and fair trade. And I think one of the things that's happened, which is like, you know, you have movies like Blood Diamond or oil mining, people mining uranium, semi-precious metals or precious metals, gemstones, and that's not our industry. We're semi-precious. You know, we're essentially chopping rocks off the side of a mountain or digging a hole and then just kind of putting back what we took out. And that's really important as well. It's not like we have like, you know, children in the middle of the Congo doing shady things and risking their life and they're not getting compensated. That's just insane stuff, which I'm not necessarily even privy to knowing about directly. What I know about is semi-precious mining, and I know that everything we do is legitimate. Not only that, I'm always looking for ways to improve operations from mining to manufacturing. So if there's something that I can do to improve the conditions of mining and manufacturing, then I'm very, very quick to do that. I like to do that as quickly as I possibly can. But there's a tremendous amount of people getting into the business, and like I said, the supply and the demand are super offset. So you have people who are trying to fit the demand, but they don't have the material. So now you wind up in situations where a lot of countries are producing fake material and selling it as real material, and most of it is glass or crushed quartz. That's, you know, now I'm hearing something that's called like melting quartz or something like that, where quartz is getting crushed down and refined and mixed with glass and then made into quartz products, which again, is cheap. It's cheap to do that. It's not crystal quartz. A lot of stuff is being lab grown. There's these really great 3D printers now that are helping to make fake meteorites and Libyan glass and moldavite, tektites, things like that, which are super easy because it's glass based, and that's primarily the material that's being worked with. A lot of stuff is synthetic. I've posted many times pictures of blocks of synthetic material. And again, it's why people like me and this company so much is because you know what you're getting here. Everything is completely transparent, crystal clear. I don't want there to be any confusion. I don't want there to be any disinformation. If you're working with me, you're going to get very straight and honest answers. And I want my customers to rest assured knowing that that's the case. If you're just about the dollar and it doesn't matter to you how the stuff is made, you just want to buy cheap, sell cheap, that's your major concern, then I'm not judging you for that. That's between you and whatever force you're in touch with. But at the same time, if you're dealing with me, I'm only concerned with that. I could get someone call me up right now and be like, hey, I want to give you this material for free. And if I found out that it was done in a way that wasn't pleasant, I don't even want it. So let's just say that this material was stolen and it was made by a child. Then you can charge $1 for it, literally, and you make like 90 cents on it because it's stolen material that was made by a child. So you can charge 90 cents, $1 for it, and that's easy because it's all profit anyway. But if you're me and you got to go and you got to buy the material and you got to take it and shape it and pay someone fair trade to do the thing, then this cost me like $8 to make, not $1. And there's a huge gap between that $1 and $8. So while, yes, there's that material on the market for $1, there's a reason why it's $1. I can't do it. There's no way in God's... Sometimes I get people who come in here like, oh, I bought this thing from China for $1 or $2 or whatever it is. And I'm like, I'll give you $10,000 in 20 years. Make me that for $1. You can't. It's impossible. The only way you can do it is if it's there's stolen material involved in unethical practicing. Again, why I'm making this video in the first place is because I get asked about this. Like, not even kidding you, maybe 50 times a week. So I figure that this will just kind of summarize my stance on it, my opinion, and let you know that, if you need me to show you pictures of the mines or people working in the mines or of my manufacturing plants, I have all of that. No problem. That's what you're paying me for. You're paying for me to go and risk my life and do these things so that you can sleep assured and you don't have to do that stuff. So, in my opinion, I should be compensated properly for doing those things. It's a huge risk that I'm taking to make sure that this stuff is done properly.